Well, hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Live at the Waterhole. My name is Amy and I will be with you for the show today. And wow, what a start here in Onguma in the Etosha National Park with a cory bustard that is sitting at this waterhole. My goodness me. We had it drinking yesterday. I don't know if it's the exact same individual. It's quite possible. But what a sighting. This is beautiful and a very, very special start to our show today. Remember everyone that this is a live and interactive show, so please do chat to me. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from, any comments and questions that you may have. You can send them through, and that can be via the Wild Earth website or the app. Otherwise, you can chat to us in the YouTube chat stream, or you can also join the conversation on X using the hashtag WildEarth, or you can now WhatsApp us as well. Duncan, hello, Darkmane lover, lovely to hear from you both, and it's great to have you both on board. I'm excited for the show today. I don't know everything that we're going to see. It's always a little bit of anticipation. You don't know what surprises lay in store. We had a carcass around Rosie's pan yesterday, so who knows what's still around, if anything, there. Now this bird is so big. I mean, you can see that from watching it come for a drink here, but it really is very large indeed. One of the heaviest birds that can fly. There's some helmeted guinea fowl running around in the background. And it has one of the most impressive displays. Well, all these bustards do. Whether it's denims or Ludwigs, but the cory, particularly when it puffs out its neck, you can't believe how big it can make itself look, how impressive it can be. Duncan, you would like to know how many eggs a secretary bird lays. I'm going to check that for you right now. I wouldn't say it would be more than 2, and probably maybe only 1 surviving from a clutch. So even if they laid 2, whether it's sort of the weaker chick dies or the older one kills the other one, I will just check that to confirm with you. So it says 1 to 3 eggs, usually 2, very rarely 4, and they are laid 2 to 3 day intervals between, and the eggs are elongated and oval. And let's see if they both survive or if it's usually just 1 chick that is breeded. So it says rarely double brooded, and no evidence of sibling aggression, but the youngest in the brood of 3 almost always dies from starvation. And there's only been 1 ever record of 3 secretary chicks surviving. So they on average produce 1.16 young. So you very unusually have more than 1 secretary bird chick actually surviving or being raised. So there we go, Duncan. I hope that answers your question. Hi Ansi, it's great to have you joining us from Hartenbos. Thank you so much for your kind words. It's been wonderful to be at the waterhole over the last few days. I'm going to be away for a little while from both the live drives and the waterhole. Over the next week, I'll be doing my track and trail safari in the Kruger. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be wonderful. So that's where I'm heading off to. But I will be back on the show after that, doing some live at the waterholes. And see, this is a Corey bustard. You were just wondering which bird it is, and we have a few different bustard species. They also are related to korhans. Korhans are generally the smaller, and bustards referring to larger individuals of the family. But they are usually ground-dwelling birds. They can fly if need be.
Oh, wow. Oh, even a hyena coming into the action as well now. Oh my word. She's stalking the hyena now. Leopard, hyena, lion, all together in one shot. Oh. Woo. This is action-packed.
My full name is Maxine Gaines. Best part of the job, gosh, I just love everything about guiding. I love I love being able to observe animal behavior and animals behaving naturally. So for me, that's by far the best part of the job. And so what we do here at Wild Earth is develop those connections with the people that are viewing, and maybe just light a little spark that says, you know what, I want to be involved in protecting this ecosystem.
Join our expert guides at dawn for a live, immersive safari as the bush comes to life.
Found ourselves a chameleon, and look how he's changed color.
Every sunrise brings new discoveries.
Pound for pound, a leopard is one of the strongest cats around.
Ask questions, share your thoughts, and connect with nature, live and in real time.
Great excitement, great happiness.
Start your day with adventure.
So Claire, when it comes to the mating behavior of cory bustards, they are actually polygynous or polygamous, and basically that means that the male will mate with multiple females, and males will compete with each other, displaying, trying to, show each other, even fighting apparently, bumping chests, and he'll try and attract females to himself by looking very, very impressive. I hope one day we're able to actually see a cory bustard displaying on the show. It would be amazing. And yes, so the male will go around and basically mate with as many females as he can, and although thought to possibly be in pairs, they will pair off for when they are mating, but the female will then lay her eggs and sit on the nest completely on her own. The male doesn't participate in that. So that is how it works when it comes to these cory bustards. Tyson, it is wonderful to see this beautiful big bird, and also to see it sitting like this. We see saddlewood storks doing this behavior, quite a few of the taller birds that will often bend the leg like that and find a comfy spot. And obviously with drinking, it means that they can much more easily get down towards the water. Spas, you're asking about what the chicks of cory bustards look like, and the description here, I can read it for you, that the newly hatched chicks are downy, their lores are tawny, the crown is tawny, they have a mottled back with indistinct black median crown stripe. They have a broad white supercilium bordered with black, and it meets on the nape, extending down the entire center of the nape of the neck, and the neck is white with irregular black stripes from the rear of the eye and two from the base of the lower mandible. So they sort of are a browny color with some black around the head, if I could sort of summarize that for you. Quite different, I would say, from the adults. I wish I could show you the picture, but if you do look it up, cory bustard chick, you will see what they look like. And basically it's like this very yellowy brown with black spots, almost similar to I don't want to say but it looks like the colors of like a serval or any one of those cats that have like the black and the orangey brown color to them. So it's like a mixture of that together, and then they have some black stripes going down the head. This particular bird is having quite the drink, I must say, my word. Definitely thirsty today here at Onguma. Well, while this cory bustard enjoys its drink, let's head up to Oldonyo and see what's having a drink in Kenya. Well, this is always a special spot and it never disappoints. Here we have a giraffe as well as a whole bunch of zebra that have come for a drink. Well, it's actually nice to see other animals having a chance to come and drink here with the elephants not around at the moment. Although they are able to come to the water even when the ellies are here, especially the zebra. We've seen oryx and giraffe also coming, but they're way more hesitant. Whereas here I feel they have the freedom to come and drink as much as they want to. But I do hope that maybe some elephants will pop past here a little bit later on today. Well, Lucy, yes, it's a pleasure. I'm so glad that you are enjoying the zebras. It's always lovely to see them here at Oldonyo. They are beautiful. And there's something about the zebras that we see up in East Africa. They lack the sort of standard shadow stripe that we see in the plains zebras that are further south. And they're a little bit more contrasting, much like the mountain zebras that we see in southern Africa. Although those stripes don't extend all over the belly, but these are plain zebra, just a subspecies that's specific for this area.
At Wild Earth, we believe every story has the power to create change. That's why we've launched the Wild Earth Impact Foundation, a non-profit dedicated to conservation and social impact. By showcasing conservation stories, we can change lives, protect nature, and empower communities. We have partnered with Empowers Africa to accept tax-deductible donations from US donors. Your donation will help fund critical programs that support our mission. Join us and be part of the change.
Would you like to know what an elephant's favorite food is? You could ask me questions like that in real time. Our safaris are live and interactive from the heart of Africa. hippopotamus over here. Watch Safari Live and connect with nature.
The bush, full of beauty, wonder, and absolute chaos. And now, all that madness has its own show. It's called a Wild Bush Week. The countdown of the most outrageous, heart-stopping, and sometimes downright ridiculous wildlife moments of the week. Lions throwing their weight around. Hyenas gate-crashing the buffet. Leopards doing, well, leopardy things. Each week, it's a fresh reel of safari gold, a mix of drama,
She's just got an impala, everybody.
danger, and a healthy dose of laughter. So, if you fancy a highlight show with bite, and I don't mean just the animals, tune in to a Wild Bush Week. You bring the tea, and we'll bring the tusks, tails, and teeth.
let's go and take a look. See you out there.
What does it take to handle the wild? Balance. Determination. Focus.
Yaku!
And gear that can take a beating so you don't have to.
Do you want to know why impala are the most common antelope we find here in the Kruger National Park? You can ask me questions like this in real time. Our safaris are live and interactive here in the heart of Africa. Join me on Safari Live. Connect with nature.
And that's it for this morning's drive.
She's just got an impala, everybody.
And we're going to be heading out and seeing what animals we can find.
Well, hello everyone, we are back. I do apologize that we lost the Africam feeds there, but we do have Jamala back from coming live to you at Madikwe. And wow, I remember spending a lot of time here last year, I think it was. At some point, we used to have so many elephants that came down here. It's nice to see so much water around, and we do have some ellies that have come for looks like a drink, but who knows, maybe they'll splash about a bit as well. Hopefully we'll have some of the other feeds back soon, but oh wow, wonder what it's chasing. Something was coming past there that elephant didn't want to hang around. There we have the wildebeest and zebra. I think that's maybe what was moving past, possibly even a warthog or something like that. It's actually nice to see quite a bit of greenery around here. I'm not sure if there was a bit of rain recently, but we know that it is very much the end of the dry season now, and just before the rains come, even though we are basically almost through spring, when just before the rains come, it often is the driest point. Hopefully there's a herd of elephants or two that come past. It's always lovely to see the little ones at the water. Rose, I know it is coming to that time of year where many babies are going to start being born. Although some animals may not have a fixed breeding season, often with prey species having their little ones where there's a lot more grass and things like that around, or at least the survival rate of them tend to be a little bit higher. And yes, so it is something to look forward to. Lots of little birds and all of that happening too, birds feeding, going to nesting sites. Looks like there's a little family of something that's coming to the water. Are those Egyptian geese and their chicks? Bronwyn, you would like to know which part of South Africa has the richest soil. So it's not just one area, actually. There's multiple areas in South Africa that have very, very rich soils and is great for farming, and it's why so much agriculture happens in so many different places. If you think of KwaZulu-Natal, it's great for growing things like sugarcane, and that's because of the type of soil as well as the tropical region that it is. In areas of Mpumalanga, along some of the many rivers that flow through the province, that's also great for farming. Even along the Orange River, there is in the Northern Cape, it's fantastic for growing grapes, and grapes that are used for wine and things like that, because of the river that's flowing there. And often the alluvial soils will be along the rivers or close to them, making them really great for farming. In Limpopo as well, very nutrient rich soil too. So South Africa's very fortunate in that way, that we've got very good soil in many provinces. Eastern Cape as well, very good for farming, and that's because of the very high quality soils that we have in the country. Yeah, Marissa, it is a peaceful sighting. It's great to just sit with these animals, watching these zebra, the wildebeest, and of course the elephants there in the background doing their thing. I think this is a group of bulls that are hanging out here today. I'm hoping that maybe they start to splash around a little bit. It's getting to that time of day where it's really starting to get nice and warm. I think it's going to be quite hot here, reaching about 34 degrees in the Lowveld this afternoon. So I'm sure Madikwe and other parts of South Africa are also going to be quite hot today.
The Wild Earth Impact Foundation is a non-profit that uses the power of wildlife storytelling as a force for good. We create sustainable development projects that showcase conservation stories, empower people, and inspire environmental action. As a registered South African PBO, you can make a tax-deductible donation to the Wild Earth Impact Foundation. To find out more, visit our website.
Would you like to know at what age a buffalo calf gets its horns? These are questions that you can ask me in real time. Our safaris are live and interactive here in the heart of Africa. Join me on Safari Live and connect with nature.
Every week, the wilderness delivers.
And that's why we're here.
Drama, chaos, crimes, humour. All moments you'll never forget. We've counted them down, argued about them, and finally picked the very best. From rare sightings to classic bush showdowns, this is nature's weekly highlight reel. Sharp facts, bad jokes, and the wildest top 5 you'll see this side of the savannah. It's not just a show, it's a wild bush week.
Out here, every wild moment counts, and as a Wild Earth explorer, you won't miss a thing.
Incredible.
Watch the Wild Earth channel ad-free 24/7 and rewind if you want to catch something again. Enjoy behind-the-scenes videos, fireside chats, and early access to travel offers. The best way to stay connected and be part of the Wild Earth family.
Apologies for that, everyone. We are back here. And Warren, it's a pleasure. Wow, you say thanks for such a peaceful Monday. You have a wonderful day with Wild Earth, and we are your happiness. Oh, Warren, it's such a pleasure. I'm so glad that you enjoy the show, and I'm sorry about the technical difficulties today for the Waterhole show, but we are getting through it. I think we're going to look at some highlights as well if we don't manage to get the other feeds back, some of the greatest moments, live at the Waterhole greatest moments. So we'll hopefully be able to do that soon. Arlo, you are asking a very interesting question regarding sociable weavers' communal nest building in South Africa's arid regions reflect the balance between cooperation and competition in nature. What a fascinating thing to talk about. I have been lucky enough to see those nests for myself in the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park. And what an incredible feat of engineering. Firstly, just the way that those birds can build such huge nests. In fact, getting so heavy that sometimes they collapse. The branch can't manage to carry the weight of those nests anymore, and they do collapse, and the birds have to start again somewhere else. But it's a fascinating balance between competition and cooperation. So of course the birds themselves nest in community like that, and yes, they may be competing with one another, but there is that level of cooperation between them, and it is a really good example of that balance in nature between the two. And it's also with buffalo weavers, will also do a similar thing, although not reaching that size that sociable weaver nests meet. And it's a fascinating thing, and something that I would love to learn more about with them, not occurring in the areas that I do most of my guiding. It's something that I've seen and have wondered at how amazing they are, but I would love to spend more time with things like sociable weavers and understand more about exactly how that whole system that's going on in those nests actually works. Atlas, you're asking what insights can we gain from the African elephant's behavior? Wow, there's so much that we can learn through elephants' behavior in understanding them as individual animals and their species. We've been able to learn that they are very intelligent, that they have emotions, that they have incredible memories, that they are very sensitive but also quite relaxed, and what sort of is a trigger for them, what they react to, specifically vehicle versus being on foot, sort of how their behavior, what behavior indicates what emotion. We've also been able to learn that, which is always important when understanding these animals. So there's so much that insights that we've been able to learn through the elephant's behavior. Well, we are ready with our first highlight, everyone, and this is of a African hawk eagle that came to Old Donyo Waterhole.
I was almost going to say hip hip hooray. You saying that he's just chilling out in the pond. It seems exactly that. Hip hippo. I'm waiting for its partner. But it's interesting that the waterhole's gone so quiet, because I think this is probably the quietest period that I've witnessed here at Old Donyo. There's normally so many animals, and yesterday it was really just commandeered by all those big bull elephants having their day at the races or whatever it was. They were having a meeting or a vergadering, a vereniging. It was just so interesting. And today, the contrast, it's nice and quiet. You never know what you're going to get. So Debbie, with the feathers sort of fluffed out in front there, I think this bird is soaking its feathers a little bit. It might just be taking a respite as well. Maybe it's a bit tired. It's not respiring excessively, so I don't know about that, but maybe it's just catching a bit of a cool off. Its feet are maybe in the water, so that's a big part of the exposed flesh on the skin there. It's obviously got scales on its feet, but it would help in cooling off. And so maybe it's had quite an energetic morning, and now it's just taking time to chill out.
Well, what a sighting that is to see of a African hawk eagle there. I mean, it really is just the quality and closeness of being able to see the details there of that bird is really something special. I mean, those eyes, aren't they so piercing? My goodness. But also so alert and aware, watching all the time what's going on around it. Now, I'm not sure if the partner to that hawk eagle would have arrived at any stage. They usually are in pairs, male and female together, the female being the larger of the two. We've also actually seen the secretary birds there at Old Donyo as well. We've had some fantastic sightings of them. Oh, Apollo, there are so many I would love to see. I would love to see a battalier like the view we had of that African hawk eagle. I would love to see it come down and have a drink and a water bath. Even an African fish eagle, any of the birds of prey, oh, it would be great. I would love to have a Pels fishing owl maybe on our Olifants River camera. That would be incredible. Really, really something special if that happened one day. And then something like an African cuckoo hawk would also be awesome. One of the migratory cuckoos as well, that would be fantastic. Well, all the cuckoos are migratory, but the ones that we see here, that would be special. Yeah, melanistic marble, the eyes, my word. I mean, you don't actually get a sense of how yellow and intense they are until you have a view like that. I definitely haven't taken note of that before with hawk eagles. Actually, they remind me a lot of a martial eagle's eyes and a brown snake eagle's eyes. Those are really the three species that have the most apparent sort of yellow eye color, or a martial eagle on a camera like that would also be incredible, wouldn't it?
See you out on the safari.
It could be a very exciting morning.
Would you like to know the difference between a male and female wildebeest? You can ask me questions like this in real time. Our safaris are live and interactive here in the heart of Africa. Join me on Safari Live and connect with nature.
Wildlife spectacle on planet Earth. We'll see you there.
Well, we have another highlight ready for you, and something that was quite incredible that if any of you were watching, you will definitely not have forgotten it. A little bit of viewer discretion if you are sensitive at all to kills or anything like that. Please just be aware that this is of wild dogs making an impala kill. So let's go have a look at that incredible sighting that happened at Rosie's Pan.
Whoa, no ways. We have a pack of African wild dogs that are trying to catch an impala ewe. How is that? So this impala has dived into the water in an attempt to get away from these dogs. Looks like there's at least 4. Oh my word. I cannot believe our luck today. Just when you think it's going to be a bit of a quiet one. Oh, that dog has got it. My word. And they've got her. It is game over. So once again, just a bit of a warning for slightly sensitive viewers. This may be hard to watch. Certainly a brutal scene to witness. Thankfully, though, with 4 very hungry dogs, hopefully it's over quite quickly. Thankfully, I think that the suffering of this female impala is over. You can actually see the dog on the far left has removed a fetus from that female's body. That is just about one of the most gory things you can witness. And there's no hatred in this scene, though. There's no malice. These dogs are just doing what evolution has primed them to do.
Wow, everyone. I mean, that is just, it was unreal. Tadi was directing our show today, and she just said she remembers this day. They were all screaming in Final Control in Johannesburg. And yes, like I said, viewer discretion for that, because it's not necessarily easy to see. And we always talk about the way wild dogs kill something. It's not very pleasant, and they literally tear it apart alive. And then to actually see that she had a fetus in her belly, and then it came, obviously the one pulled it out. But that is how it goes out here in the wild. And to capture that, I mean, to see how those dogs, that impala really didn't stand a chance, especially with that sort of size waterhole. There wasn't much place to go for that impala. It was panicking, and you can't help but feel sorry for it, especially knowing the outcome. So we knew that the dogs got the impala, and you just know you're dreading the outcome, but you can't look away kind of situation. It really was something quite amazing to see. And it's not that we enjoy watching something be killed, but it's the rarity, it's the specialness of a sighting like that being caught on camera and then sharing it with all of you. Yeah, Mercedes, what a capture. I will never forget that day. I remember that was still when the show was a little bit longer, and we had a sort of a morning session and an afternoon session, or the show was split in two. And I did the morning half of that, and then Liam took over from me. And I had it on the TV at the same time when I had finished. And I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? That was ridiculous. So, yeah, Ari, it is hard to see. There's, we can't deny that something like that is difficult to watch. And it's difficult to see it through a camera, and I imagine actually being there live to see it for yourself on the back of a vehicle. So I always say, careful what you wish for out there on game drive, because sometimes what you think, yes, although special and rare and everyone wants to see a kill, it can actually be very, very difficult to watch. Deb, you say those dogs are strong. Incredibly so. They are. I mean, they are built for sort of like a long distance runner, long and lean, and they can keep going for a long time, but they also have a lot of power. They have those incredible teeth and jaws, and they are able to very quickly open up an animal or rip pieces off of the animal. And I mean, animals' hides are tough. It's not easy to open up the skin of an impala and eat it, but they're able to do it so easily. All right, well, I'm happy to say that we have some of our African feeds back, so let's head back up to Oldonyo. So an elephant has arrived here, which is nice to see. I thought maybe eventually one would pop up. And then we have a baboon chilling, and definitely some zebras around. I can hear them calling in the background. The cat father, yes. So usually, like leopards and lions, for example, will kill the animal first, suffocate it before starting to actually feed on it. Or if there is like a clan of hyenas or pride of lions, for example, there might be one that is busy sort of holding the throat to suffocate, and the others might actually start feeding from the back side, where it's nice and soft, or around the tummy between the back legs, where it's easy to open up the animal. But generally, yes, they would kill it first and then start to feed. Especially a leopard, being a solitary animal, they would kill the animal completely first and then feed on it afterwards. But with wild dogs, their strategy is to get it and to tear and take bits, eat the animal alive, essentially. So that is how they work and what they do.
My full name is Cedric Leslie Dold. I grew up mostly here in the Lowveld. I grew up here pretty much on the southern side of Kruger National Park, a place called Marlow Park, for most of my years. Something surprising about myself, I did play drums in a band for many years. Best sighting I presented, we found Palumba and the two cubs, and the cubs are just way big.
Real? You say the best kind of roadblock? Absolutely. Look at this.
Hello, girls.
Every month, something wild lands in your inbox. From rare sightings and behind-the-scenes secrets to expert stories, seasonal changes, and exclusive travel opportunities, the Wild Earth Journal is your free monthly mailer, packed with the magic of the wild straight from the field. It's fun, it's free, it's full of surprises. Sign up now on the Wild Earth website.
Robin, you're commenting about the water being so low here at Old Donyo. Yeah, I think that a lot of animals have come to drink, and so it naturally drops down. But they do top it up. So perhaps by tomorrow it will be up to the top level again. Just depends how quickly that inflow can fulfill, or refill, should I say, what's being drunk out of it. In fact, that elephant is basically drinking right from where that little inflow pipe is, I believe. Well, I believe there is a pool party at Manoa Kwena, so let's head over there. Well, we knew it had to happen sometime with the heat today, and it's lovely to see some elephants, even some smaller ones there coming in. These elephants look so happy, don't they? You can just imagine how wonderful it must feel. This elephant actually that we're looking at, busy enjoying its pool party, has a short tail, missing the extra length there. I'm not sure what happened or why, but it looks like it's okay. Not bothering it too much, just can't flick away anything that might be bothering it around its back end of the body. Spas, I think I heard a grey hornbill there calling, The African grey hornbill sounded like what was calling earlier, if we are talking about the same thing. Diane, it is like an elephant playground, isn't it? It's really great to see. The zebras have had to move off, I think. They can tell that the ellies are a little bit rowdy. Not in a bad way, but they're just splashing around and taking up the space.
This is an unbelievable afternoon.
Even a hyena coming into the action as well now. Oh my word! She's stalking the hyena now. Leopard, hyena, lion, all together in one shot. Oh. This is action-packed. My full name is Cedric Leslie Dold. The best driver at Wild Earth, it is me. I believe I'm the best driver. I think so, because best part of my job, I say, is just to try and look out for these animals, track them down. I love tracking animals. I love looking for, fresh tracks, and if you can find them, it's just at the moment of accomplishment. If I wasn't a presenter for Wild Earth, I would be the drummer for AC/DC.
Ah, the bush, full of beauty, wonder, and absolute chaos. And now, all that madness has its own show. It's called a Wild Bush Week. The countdown of the most outrageous, heart-stopping, and sometimes downright ridiculous wildlife moments of the week. Lions throwing their weight around. Hyenas gate-crashing the buffet. Leopards doing, well, leopardy things. Each week, it's a fresh reel of safari gold. A mix of drama.
She's just got an impala, everybody.
Danger, and a healthy dose of laughter. So, if you fancy a highlight show with bite And I don't mean just the animals. Tune in to a Wild Bush week. You bring the tea, and we'll bring the tusks, tails, and teeth.
And why they also can be quite stressed in making sure that there isn't any threats around at that time as well, because the little one is vulnerable for quite a long time relative to other antelopes and species. Like a wildebeest is up right away almost and ready to move. Well, the zebras have reached the water. Beautiful scene here with the reflections as well. Wildlife Lady, I'm so glad that you enjoyed the show with us today, and thank you so much. I am very much looking forward to the trip with Wild Earth Travel and going out to walk in the bush with my guest. It's going to be amazing, of course, with Renius as well, legendary tracker. So it's going to be a lot of fun and making some special memories in the Kruger Park, which is such an incredible place. Hopefully we will be able to do more trips like this in the future as well, and give others the chance to experience such an incredible time. I can't wait to do it, and we'll come back with hopefully some great stories as well. Marissa, yeah, it's an interesting one. The sound that a zebra makes, I don't know if I would call it a bark. It's a very interesting vocalization, and I'll have to have a little think as to what the term one would call that. With horses you would refer to a neigh, but it's not a typical horse neighing noise. It's not quite a donkey braying either. So I'll have to check if there is actually a term that is used for the zebra's call. Sarah, that's exactly right. That's exactly it. It's why they're there. There's a freshwater pump, or where it comes out is there, and that is why we see them all going to drink there, splashing on this side in the muddy water and drinking there by the fresh, clean water. Oh, I believe there are some 80s at Victoria Falls. Let's head over there for something different. It's not too often that we actually have elephants here, but they've come and they're starting to splash around. Look how that one is picking up the mud, or scooping it forward with her foot and then picking it up with her trunk.
For years, we've shared virtual wildlife. Now, let's experience it for real. I'm Lauren Arthur, and I'd love to show you my amazing home here in the Greater Kruger of South Africa. This 5-night journey is an exclusive connection to my piece of untamed Africa. I live here in these gorgeous landscapes surrounded by epic wildlife. The wild is calling, so come and join me.
At Wild Earth, we believe every story has the power to create change. That's why we've launched the Wild Earth Impact Foundation, a non-profit dedicated to conservation and social impact. By showcasing conservation stories, we can change lives, protect nature, and empower communities. We have partnered with Empowers Africa to accept tax-deductible donations from US donors. Your donation will help fund critical programs that support our mission. Join us and be part of the change.
Some ellies that we're approaching now.
The light on her as well is absolutely gorgeous.
So we are going to enjoy the rest of this sunset.
Wow, this is absolutely crazy.
And thank you for joining us. For myself and Cam, we will see you next time.
It's really great to see these ellies, and there's some impalas, a kudu moving in the background. Seems to be quite a lot of these elephants as well around, more coming out all the time. But despite everything today, we have had such a fantastic show. Ah, there's some baboons at the hide, so let's head over there. Thanks, Catherine. It was great to have you with us, and it was a lovely live at the waterhole. Like I said, despite the challenges, we managed to still have some wonderful sightings and also look at some incredible highlights that we've seen over the years here through the cameras. Yeah, Duncan, it has been a very special afternoon with lots of Ailey's around all over. We thought we'd come look at some baboons because it's something different, but they seem to all be out. I don't know if it's just out on the elephant network across Africa that it's time to head to the waterhole, but it does seem like it. Oh, there's a waterbuck on the left there too. And of course, our resident hippo here living its best life. All right, well, we are going to head back to Old Donyo for the last few minutes of the show. Wow, it has gotten busy here. And my word, lots of elephants. Oh, is that 1 ton? That would be very special. I haven't seen him in forever. Well, definitely not in the last few days that I've been doing the show, or my shows that I did before my little break. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I hope to I will definitely enjoy my trip, and I will see you on screen towards the end of October, but otherwise I'll be here at the Waterhole show in between. Clearly 1 ton dominating there around where to drink, given his size. That makes a lot of sense. Well, everybody, thank you so much for all of your comments and questions today. It was great to have you on board, and it was lovely. Despite everything, we still had a great time at the Waterhole. I do hope that you will enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we will be back again tomorrow, although I won't be here, but the show will go on, and I'll see you all again here again soon. So keep well, everybody. Goodbye for now.